You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Kourtney and Kim Take Miami After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Kourtney and Kim Take Miami After Show.
Hello everybody, Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another after show for E's Kourtney and Kim Take Miami Season 1, Episode 5, and it's called Too Close for Comfort. I'm your host, Jason Ikeler, and we have a special guest co-host today.
Hi, I'm Karlie Powell.
She's filling in for Susan, Keaton, and Deanna. They're all out this week, but we're going to hop right into this episode. Lots of drama going on, and I think we should start with Rob's breakdown.
Oh my gosh, he hit like a Britney rock bottom.
That is like a
That's
Britney
what it
rock
looked
bottom.
like.
If Britney put on 40 pounds in her rock bottom.
Oh, snap.
Exactly.
I know. So basically, Rob was dating the pop singer Rita Ora, and they kind of explained, I didn't realize that they had been dating for a year, and since she wants to be like the sexy pop star, he couldn't talk about it in the public eye. And so they have this huge breakup, and Rob lets loose on Twitter and kind of just airs out all their juicy details. And you wrote down some of the tweets, didn't you?
Oh yeah. So he went a little bit cray on Twitter. Somebody was having some issues, and he said, quote, "She cheated on me with nearly 20 dudes while we were together. I wonder how many she'll sleep with now that we're apart." But I mean, 20?
20's a lot.
20
like
is a lot.
Well, because he kind of made it seem like throughout the whole year, she'd cheat on him, and then he'd take her back, and then she'd cheat on him, and then he'd take her back.
Right.
So, but that's still, I mean, in a year, 20 people.
I mean, when you think about it, I mean, how many per month is that? Just
Yeah,
a
but-
couple guys a month? Not too bad.
But I feel like most people have that many partners in their life.
True.
If you're very sexually active. And to be in a relationship and having that. I think when this came out, Rita Ora was trending on Twitter the whole time, because that's kind of a whorish thing to do.
A little bit, and she did tweet back. I mean, of course.
Yes.
There was a Twitter war going on, and one of her tweets was Rob's D hyphen K fill in the blanks there was whack. I had to go get it somewhere else. Oh snap, girl.
That's disgusting. I'm just gonna say that. That's disgusting.
I think it's kind of funny.
So Rob is doing this whole thing where he's in the middle of these tweets. His sisters are trying to get him to call it off because it's like a media frenzy, and it was literally on every website, and I said earlier, trending on Twitter. So they're trying to get him to call it off, and he's just saying like, no, I'm doing this because I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get back together with her, so this will stop me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, clearly he's eating his feelings. He's very upset by this. He obviously needs a girl that he can treat really nicely. Like they were saying, sometimes he substitutes 20 girls for one.
Or I was going to say for 20 pieces of pizza.
Exactly.
But he, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right thing for him to do, to share it on Twitter. I get they're a reality show family, so they share everything. Mm-hmm. But I kind of feel a little bad for her. Like, yes, that's a really slutty thing to do. But their relationship is private, and I don't know if he should just blast her on social media.
I definitely see both sides of that. I think he was taking to Twitter just like most of us do when we're angry. I mean, you and I know we make some, bad choice tweets ourselves, and we end up deleting them the next day. I mean, it just happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
He should own it.
He did. I don't know if I think he deleted them and then put some new ones up, but it was very, very dramatic.
Yes.
So then he's also, part of his breakdown is now he's starting to date new girls, and kind of these like fame hungry girls, and they're trying to get him to use Kanye. So they're like dating Rob, so then Kanye will be on their track, guest on their album. And I don't know, that's also kind of shady. I don't like that either, because Kanye's been nice enough to even appear on the show. That's not really his whole thing. So the fact that he's kind of even doing that is just a low blow, I think.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with you. And I think that Rob just needs to, find a nice girl himself. He can't be asking Kanye for all these favors. I mean, I know Rob's a little bit of a mooch.
I know he does kind of seem like a user and an abuser because he lives with Khloé and Lamar.
Yes.
But at the same time, he just can't get a relationship to work because he was with that cheetah girl back in the day, and he was so nice to her. And I don't know how. I think maybe he cheated on her when that ended, so that kind of sucked. And then he's been with Rita Ora, and then that ended. So maybe he's just trying to find his place. But he did end up apologizing to Kim, which was nice. And I always get goosebumps when the Kardashians apologize to each other.
Oh, I know, it's precious. It's like watching your own family members like kiss and make up. It's beautiful.
Like you like when they fight, but then you're like, oh, they're back together. So then after he apologizes to Kim, he comes to Miami to promote this sock line.
Yes.
And back to his old Robbish ways, he decides to go out and he gets motorboated by these two girls and goes home with them.
I mean, he has a little bit more to be motorboated with.
I was going to say, he could probably motorboat a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
What did he say? He put on 40 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Well, because I saw the
Wow.
trailer last week, and I was like, I do not remember Rob being that big, because he had just gotten off Dancing with the Stars last time we saw him, and he was in a really good place, and now, what did he say? I blew all my money and put on 40 pounds. So he's kind of just a shit show.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but if he wants a girl to comfort, I could be his girl. I would do that.
You would do that?
Yeah.
You could be Rob's big booty hoe.
Right.
You don't really have a big booty.
No.
But
Not at all.
So anyway, at the end of it, Rob goes to dinner with Kourtney and Cam and lets them know, like, hey, I'm okay. I've got this. He just doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He thinks maybe it's something with sex or business.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to see if you had any input. What do you think Rob should do?
I think, he should. The socks look pretty great. He's working that. It's going really great. I would wear them. I would buy them for a man friend of mine. I think that maybe he should switch to underwear. Get some crazy underwear in the line. I think he should just totally milk that for all it's worth.
I think
keep going.
if he does underwear, though, he's going to have to lose the weight, because you're not going to... Imagine like the David Beckham ads, but with Rob Kardashian
Oh
in them.
my gosh, that would be
so
the
funny.
worst.
Like, ooh.
That would be like an ad for let's not wear these underwear.
Unless they're like, what are those, like, Spanx for men?
Ooh.
He could do that.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
That's good.
Ding, ding, ding. So before we start to talk about Scott and all of his sexual innuendos towards Khloé, I want to remind everybody to go onto iTunes and search AfterBuzz TV Network. Click on Kourtney and Kim Take Miami After Show. Download it. Give us 5 stars and lots of comments. And if you're watching on YouTube, like it, share it with all your friends, because everything we do here is free for you. So all you have to do to repay us is give us nice comments.
Aw.
If they're mean, it's kind of not nice, kind of funny.
It's kind of funny if they're mean.
Yeah, I read a mean one. I laughed.
What did it
But
say?
They just didn't like us. They were lying. Anyways, so Kourtney and Scott.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, they're not doing it, and
No.
they're having a little bit of a dry spout, which I think happens with couples who have kids. I think that's pretty common.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. They're
But he
doing the
said,
right
so
thing.
how old is Penelope when they're filming this? I don't know.
I'm
Oh,
bad at telling
yeah.
kids ages.
I have no
They're
idea.
Just
But
little-
he said he hasn't seen Kourtney's downstairs nether regions since the babies came out.
Oof.
So that's like really a lot of...
That's like not going into Hiroshima for years after the nuke dropped.
That's exactly what that is. So I get why he's kind of got this like pent up sexual aggression, if that's what you want to call it.
Absolutely. The sexual harassment is where the
Yeah.
line is being crossed, because
So,
he's
yeah.
taking all of his, need for touching, and he's putting it all on
Yeah.
Khloé.
Khloé. Well, so
Yeah,
before
Khloé.
that happens, he surprises Kourtney at work and tries to kind of like put the moves on her, and she's just not having any of it, which is kind of why I love Kourtney, because she was like a bitch, but in a really good way. It's like she's just like, no thanks. And so then Khloé feels bad, so she's like, okay, fine, I'll hang out with you. And so Khloé and I really like when Khloé and Scott hang out,
I
just
do
because I think they
too.
have a really good dynamic.
They're adorable, and I like how far they've come from where they started when they used to hate each other, and it was always a battle between them. And now it's just the cutest thing you'd ever see every time they're together and hanging out.
It's like best friends, but then it gets really awkward because he starts to sexually harass her.
Majorly.
Really, really funny. But so Khloé and Scott go out on the boat with Chapman, which their whole bromance thing is, I'm glad we're seeing that more and more because it's just really funny. But he like will awkwardly touch her, and then they went to ice cream, and that's when it really escalated.
So she's like practically deep throating this ice cream cone. I'm sorry I said it. There was no reason that she should have been sucking on the ice cream that way.
At first it started, she got a little on his lip and he wiped it off. But she was asking for it, I think, because she was literally shoving that whole ice cream cone into her mouth.
She really was. And so Scott made the comment, wow, it must be nice to be that ice cream cone. Any man would like that or something. So.
Which is funny. And I like, obviously that's his sister-in-law. He shouldn't be sexually harassing her. But he's her brother-in-law. She shouldn't be deep-throating an ice cream cone in front of him.
No. That's never okay.
Well, it's okay if you're going to take the sexual harassment. But if you're going to be like, oh, he's being so gross to me, then don't do that to ice cream.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I like to watch it just because I like to see Khloé do things like that. But.
So, yeah, he was definitely getting a little too touchy-feely. And then in the club, he was, touching her ponytail, giving it a little stroke.
Well, and that was kind of the point where she was like, I don't want any of this.
Exactly.
And he, like, is touching her hair, and then he's, like, hugging her and not letting go. And it's almost like a creepy uncle or something. Like, just get off of me.
It is creepy. The creepiest of uncles. That's what he is. I have an idea.
Okay.
I think that Scott should take all of this pent up, emotions that he has and maybe direct it towards Rob because he needs some comforting. So maybe he can get a little more touchy-feely and kind of
oh my God.
put that energy towards
brotherly love.
Rob.
Don't knock it till you try it, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be really funny, actually. Well, actually, they did their weird kissing thing when Rob walked in.
Yeah, that was
but
cute too.
They always have like a kind of funny bromance, like they like a little bit of weird tension going on. So then, anyways, Khloé goes to Kim and is like, Scott's being so weird to me. She calls him, and that's when she says like, he's literally sexually harassing me. And we both laughed out loud because it's not that bad. Like he's clearly joking, I think.
Right. Oh, he makes it very clear that he's joking, I believe. I think he did cross the line a bit with his comment and, touching the ponytail. I think that was the creepiest for me when they were in the club and he's touching her. It's like, go find a girl to
well, he has a wife. Or not a girlfriend, I guess. They're not really married.
I don't know, but...
I don't know, though, because I think Khloé's a drama queen, which is why we love her, but I think she likes to make things a bigger deal than what they are. Like, she could have just gone to Scott and said, let's not do this, but instead she talks to Kim, and then she calls Scott out in the whole dinner, so which is funny to watch, but you feel bad for Scott when that happens.
Yeah, I do. I think that they can find a way to make it work. I think he knows exactly. He was obviously called out very directly about it, and, he knew what he did. She made it very clear, and he took responsibility for everything he did. So I don't think there's a problem now.
Well, but it's such an awkward situation, though, just because they are family. Like, how you would, if it was more of a bigger deal, I don't know how you would even go about that. Because I think it was kind of clear that they were joking. But if he was being very serious, that does put Khloé in a super awkward position.
Yes, that's true. But also, at the same time, I don't think it needed to be brought up at dinner while they were all around each other. That was super odd.
With Kim there
super
and
odd.
The baby there.
Yeah, the poor baby, earmuffs. What's going on?
They actually need to do that for that poor kid because they're very vulgar to say things like that in front of a child.
Agreed. Absolutely.
So before we talk about our final topic, I want to remind everybody that Maria Menounos' new movie, Serial Buddies, is coming to theaters March 8th, and it's going to be in all the big cities, Boston, San Francisco, New York, LA. You can pre-order your tickets online right now, or if you go to Serial Buddies, is it just serialbuddies.com?
Serialbuddies.com.
Yeah, go to serialbuddies.com. You can see the trailer. It's hilarious. It's got tons and tons of celebrities, like all sprinkled throughout. It looks really funny.
So totally like Serial Buddies has like Christopher Lloyd, which is Marty, we gotta get to the time machine. We have Christopher Lloyd, we have Kathy Lee Gifford, and we have Artie Lang, who's amazing.
And Kathy Lee Gifford in a movie. She hasn't done anything in a while, so this is exciting to see her.
That is mean to say.
Hoda.
Well,
her daughter is also in the movie.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, her daughter is in the movie
as well. That's so cool. Yeah, so I've tweeted the link a couple times, but you can just go to serialbuddies.com and you will really like it.
Or if you stalk Jason on March 8th, he'll probably be going to it.
Yes, I will.
You'll probably follow him into the theater and have some.
And I'll probably be with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I'd love to be stalked.
We'll be having some touchy-feely time in the theater together.
Aw. So the other kind of less dramatic portion of this episode is almost like an episode of House Hunters, where it's like Kourtney and Kim are going in between different houses, and they tour the house and they see what's right for them and what's not right for them. And basically the hotel is bad because Kourtney has kids and there's no backyard. And I mean, that does suck if you have kids.
Absolutely, but I feel like I totally understand both sides. I think that Kourtney is kind of milking having kids for all it's worth, and she needs to calm down just a little bit. We understand you have kids. We understand you want the master, but Kim has an opinion too, and she has, you know, a lot of clothes as well, and she probably wants a big closet and all of the same needs that Kourtney has. So I think I think everything turned out great, but this whole conflict that they had, I could totally see both sides.
Well, yeah, when it came to the master bedroom, especially, I was on Kim's side, because if Kourtney and Scott were sleeping in the same bedroom, then I think maybe they deserve the master.
Yeah.
But they take up 2 separate bedrooms, so I feel like Kim has her own entity, deserves the master.
I believe you're right.
Because then Kourtney's going to get 4 rooms. I'm assuming that the kids aren't sharing. So Kim gets 1 and Kourtney gets 4. That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous.
And Kim kind of wears the pants. In
a
family.
Way. Yeah.
Totally.
Well, I don't know, she's the moneymaker. I mean, they're all equally there for Dash.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kourtney's so there for her family that Kim needs her space. And when Kanye comes, that would be nice for Kim to have the master bedroom.
Yes, it would.
But Kim kind of feels, actually, before we get into that, I want to talk about Kim and Kanye, because we saw them interacting with kids in this episode a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, they're not going to show their kid on the show, but they're going to be really fun parents to watch. Like, Kim takes the kids to the Children's Museum, and then when you see Kanye talking to Mason at dinner.
It's adorable. And he's just all smiles. You can tell that he is so very excited to start a life like that with Kim.
Like, I think he's going to be a good dad.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They look great together. It's like it'll be perfect family.
Ye and Jay can take their little babies out on play dates.
Yes.
I just feel sorry for any teacher that kid has ever, because honestly, if the kid does anything wrong, having a parent-teacher conference with Kanye has to be the most intimidating thing in the world.
I would quit my job.
So you're saying my kid did what? Yo, I'm gonna let you finish, but my kid is the best kid in the world.
That kid's got a lot of pressure, though. Like, kind of like Beyonce and Jay-Z's baby. Like, that kid is coming into this world, like, destined for greatness. So if he's a fuck-up, I kind of feel bad for him or her. We're not sure yet.
He's really got to live up to something.
Some of those
him
expectations. But yeah, so anyway, Kim ends up getting the house for Kourtney and Scott, which is like a sweet thing to do.
It's adorable.
Because she sees Mason. He doesn't have a backyard to play in. He doesn't have anywhere to go outside. So I don't know. I like that. I like when Kim does nice things for people, because sometimes she can be a little selfish.
I agree with you. I think that it's very nice that you can just buy your sister a house.
I know.
To say, I'm sorry. It's the best thing in the world. It must be a great feeling.
It's the best sorry gift ever.
Yeah. I'm really sorry. Here's a house, and it's awesome. Let's live in it together.
Which I think Kim and Kanye ended up, I don't know if this was the house that they bought together, but Kim and Kanye bought a house in Miami. I don't know if it was before or after this aired. Because it was kind of unclear as to whether they were purchasing or renting.
Yeah, we heard lease, but lease could mean a lot of things.
Either or.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the episode. Let's get into some news and gossip.
News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
You want to bring up yours first?
Sure.
We've got these on our cell phones. That's why there's a delay.
Sorry about it. Beep, 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 beep,
it's going to be
beep.
juicy.
Okay, so we've got Kim Kardashian, who is obviously pregnant, and she's packing on some assets. She already had some assets, but they're growing in size. So she put on about 14 pounds, and she went up 4 cup sizes, according to Hollywood Life. So that is from a 36D to a 36G, if you can believe that. So
well, those Kardashian girls are super curvy anyway, obviously, but I think Kim's the curviest.
Yeah, she is. And those tatas, I mean, I can't even imagine imagine even having 4 cup sizes to begin with, let alone growing in 4 cup sizes. It's insane.
Well, plus there's a baby growing inside of her too.
Yeah, there is a baby.
But we were talking a little bit earlier too. Kim's always kind of spoken out about how she eats what she wants and exercises. And so I don't know if I think she's been doing some exercising with this baby, but it'll be interesting to see if this is like a Jessica Simpson style pregnancy.
Oh my.
Where she puts on, I don't know, kind of like what Rob just went through. Where she puts on all this weight. We love you, Rob. So yeah, I think she'll for sure have a quick recovery once she has the baby and get right back to her size.
She will. She'll bounce back real fast. I mean, she's pretty determined when it comes to her body, and that's her moneymaker. That's what she's got going on. And so.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. So next we have Kim again. Okay, she's miserable though that she can't fit into little dresses anymore. So that's pretty similar, kind of the same story, but she is, just really upset, particularly that she can't wear all these tight-fitted clothes.
Okay.
And related to this, we have from the Huffington Post, Kim and Kanye saying that they know the sex of the baby, but they're keeping it hush-hush, so they're not telling anyone, and we're kind of wondering what's inside of Kim.
I think
they know, and they're not telling us. This isn't fair.
I think it's going to be a boy.
I think a girl.
Really?
A girl.
We'll have to place bets on that.
Yeah. I want it to be a girl, so.
Are we getting boring?
What's that music mean?
Wrap this
It
up.
means is it going to be a boy or a girl?
Oh.
Make your argument now,
okay,
Jason.
Okay.
It's going to be a boy because Kanye is going to train him to be his little rapper protege, and he's going to grow up and marry Blue Ivy.
It's going to be a girl because. It just has to be because Kim has to dress this girl in awesome clothes, and she needs to be bootylicious and grow up to have babies of her own and grow 4 cup sizes.
Okay, we will find out, I guess, once the baby is born. I've got a little bit of gossip. Kim and Chris Humphrey have finally got a date set for the divorce trial. It's May 6th, but kind of dramatic because if Chris's basketball team makes it to the NBA, I don't know, what are they called? Finals?
They won't.
Oh, they won't? Okay.
Okay.
Good.
We have nothing to worry about then.
I don't watch basketball.
If they have the divorce on May 6th, maybe they should have the wedding on May 7th. In fact, they could combine them into a huge public event and do the divorce and the wedding at the same time.
Oh, that'll be the next in thing.
That'll be really cool. But Chris has said that if they do make it to the finals, which I guess they're not, he's going to choose the court hearing over the basketball team. Which I think just kind of proves how much of a tool Chris really is.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to let your whole team down for your divorce.
I know.
You're not married anymore. Move on.
Douchebag alert.
Douchebag alert. So let's get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Go.
Okay, my prediction is that, there looks like there's a lot of drama coming up next week. So I think there's going to be a huge battle. Everybody's going to get in a massive fight, and somebody's going to get smacked or something. Somebody's going to hit someone.
Yay.
That's my prediction.
I think Khloé's going to attack because she's going crazy in the next episode, and I love when Khloé goes crazy. So I think that's a probably good prediction.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict that Rob will lose weight.
Oh. We can only hope.
I know.
Why do we keep bringing up poor Rob?
I know. We love you, Rob. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Karlie Sucks. That's KarlieSuxx.
And you can find me on Twitter at Ikeler, Jikeler, and we will see you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.